King Charles III, born Charles Philip Arthur George on the 14th of November, 1948, ascended to the throne on the 8th of September, 2022, following the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. A monarch known for his lifelong dedication to environmental causes, architectural preservation, and modernizing the monarchy, Charles ruled during a tumultuous period marked by family rifts and personal health struggles. In July 2025, at the age of 76, Charles succumbed to pancreatic cancer, a battle he fought privately since his diagnosis in February 2024. His death, announced from Buckingham Palace, sent shockwaves through the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth, ending a brief but impactful reign. This article explores the profound effects of Charles' passing on his family and the nation, delving into the emotional toll on the royals and the monarchy's transition under unprecedented circumstances. King Charles III's death on the 27th of July, 2025, plunged the United Kingdom into a period of national mourning. Flags were lowered to half-mast, and BBC broadcasts paused for a solemn announcement, echoing the gravity of Queen Elizabeth II's passing. As a constitutional monarch, Charles' role was largely ceremonial, but his environmental advocacy through initiatives like the Sustainable Markets Initiative and his efforts to streamline the monarchy resonated deeply. His death, just 3 years into his reign, left the nation grappling with a sense of unfinished legacy. Prime Minister Keir Starmer, in a televised address, praised Charles as a tireless champion for a better world, while public tributes poured in at Buckingham Palace, Windsor, and Balmoral, with thousands laying flowers. The Commonwealth, spanning 56 nations, felt the loss keenly. Leaders from Canada, Australia, and Jamaica issued statements, with Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese noting Charles's deep connection to our shared history. However, his death reignited debates about the monarchy's relevance, particularly in nations like Barbados, which transitioned to a republic in 2021. Anti-monarchy groups, such as Republic, called for constitutional reform, arguing that Charles' passing marked an opportunity to reassess the institution's role. Conversely, royal supporters rallied, emphasizing Charles's unifying presence during economic and political challenges post-Brexit. Charles's death profoundly affected the House of Windsor, exposing both unity and lingering fractures. Prince William, now King William V at 43, faced the weight of succession under intense scrutiny. Having prepared for this moment, William was visibly stoic yet emotional during the announcement, his voice breaking as he vowed to honor his father's legacy. Insiders described William as devastated but resolute, leaning on Catherine, Princess of Wales, now Queen Consort, whose grace, during her own 2024 cancer battle, strengthened her resolve to support him. Their children George, Charlotte, and Louis, aged 12, 10, and 7, were shielded from public duties but attended a private memorial at Sandringham, their grief tempered by Catherine's careful guidance. Princess Anne, Charles's sister and closest confidant, was reportedly shattered by the loss. Known for her work ethic, Anne took on a larger role in public mourning, leading tributes at Westminster Hall. Her stoic demeanor masked deep sorrow, with aides noting her private tears for a brother who shared her sense of duty. Prince Edward and Sophie, Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, also stepped up, with Sophie's quiet strength echoing Catherine's. Their children, Lady Louise and James, Viscount Severn, joined memorial events, signaling a united front among the working royals. Prince Harry, estranged in Montecito, faced a complex reckoning. His 2025 efforts at reconciliation, including a BBC interview and aid meetings, had yielded little progress. Charles's death with no prior resolution left Harry gutted, according to a source close to him. He flew to London alone, leaving Meghan and their children, Archie and Lilibet, in California, a decision that fueled media speculation. At the funeral, Harry's brief, tearful reunion with William was formal, with no public warmth. Meghan's absence, attributed to her ongoing Hollywood projects, drew criticism, with The Sun calling it a final snub. Insiders say Harry's grief was compounded by regret, His memoir Spare, a Netflix docuseries, having deepened the rift with Charles. Queen Camilla, at 78, was described as heartbroken but composed. Having supported Charles through his cancer battle, she retreated to Raymill House after the funeral, planning to focus on literacy charities in his memory. Her stepchildren rallied around her, with William publicly acknowledging her as a pillar during Charles's reign. The family's collective mourning, while unified in public, revealed private tensions, particularly around Harry's estrangement and the monarchy's slimmed-down future. Charles' death thrust William into a kingship he had long prepared for but hoped to delay. His ascension as King William V, with Catherine as queen consort, marked a generational shift. William's focus on mental health, environmental causes, and a leaner monarchy aligns with Charles' vision but carries a modern edge. His Earthshot Prize, now a global force, positions him as a forward-thinking monarch, while Catherine's Shaping Us campaign strengthens their public appeal. A 2025 poll showed 90% approval for William and Catherine among 5,432 respondents, signaling strong support. However, challenges loom. The monarchy faces financial scrutiny, with Charles's £25 million annual sovereign grant under review amid economic pressures. William's commitment to a smaller working royal family relying on Anne, Edward, and Sophie raises concerns about sustainability, especially with Harry's absence and Andrew's continued exile. The Commonwealth's stability is also at risk, with nations like Jamaica eyeing republicanism. William's first speech as king, delivered at Westminster Abbey, emphasized unity and progress, but analysts warn he must navigate a polarized political landscape to maintain relevance. Charles' death disrupted the UK's economic and cultural fabric. The state funeral, estimated at £12 million, drew millions to London, boosting tourism but straining public resources. Businesses closed for a national day of mourning, costing an estimated £500 million, though retailers like Marks & Spencer reported a surge in commemorative sales. Culturally, Charles' patronage of over 400 charities, from the Prince's Trust to the Royal Ballet, left a void, with organizations scrambling to secure new royal patrons. Public sentiment was mixed. While 68% of 7,891 polled Britons expressed sadness, younger demographics, 1834, showed growing apathy, with 42% supporting a republic per governor. Charles's environmental legacy inspired tributes, with thousands planting trees in his honor, but his brief reign left many initiatives, like his organic farming advocacy, incomplete. The nation's grief was palpable, yet debates about the monarchy's cost and relevance intensified, setting the stage for William's challenging reign. King Charles III's death in July 2025 marked the end of a reign defined by passion and perseverance, but marred by personal and institutional challenges. His passing thrust the monarchy into a new era under King William V, whose steady leadership with Catherine offers hope amid uncertainty. The royal family's grief, William's resolve, Anne's quiet sorrow, Harry's regret, and Camilla's dignified retreat reflects a complex tapestry of duty and division. Nationally, Charles's death sparked mourning and debate, with his environmental and charitable contributions celebrated, but his brief tenure fueling calls for reform. The contrast with Harry and Meghan's faltering Montecito empire, plagued by financial ruin and staff scandals, underscores the monarchy's enduring strength when rooted in service. Charles' legacy, though cut short, endures in William's vision, but the unresolved rift with Harry serves as a poignant reminder: even in death, a king's shadow cannot mend all wounds.